Hello and welcome to Business Today Television. I'm Karishma and I'm joined by the chairman of Piramal Group, Mr. Ajay Piramal. Thank you, sir, for joining us on this chat. Quite a day in Jaipur, don't you agree?
Indeed, it is. It's a very important day as far as our foundation is concerned because we are now laying the foundation stone for a new school of leadership that we're doing. So, yes, it is a
Great.
big deal for us.
Great. Mr. Piramal, I know that time and again you have reiterated this that wealth should not be kept but shared. And it's a legacy that you have been taking forward from your grandfather, and now it's your children, the next generation, taking it up. Tell me, what has been the vision behind Piramal Foundation?
The vision behind Piramal Foundation is that how can we help the government and help people get the best out of their abilities. So I think we are trying to train people to become better, to impart to them some learning so that they are more productive, that they can be more effective in their work across, and we're only doing it with in partnership with government at middle levels of government.
That's great. So, if I may understand, how do you select these projects? What is the idea that goes behind them?
So the idea behind them is that we really take on tasks or take on projects which not many people do. We also look at the guidance which we get from what the Prime Minister says in terms of what the India we want in the Amritkaal is, for instance, and we work on it. So we are working in the aspirational districts, which were which actually have about 16% of India's population, but which is far behind in the human development indices. Or we work in tribal areas, which are again 9% of India's population, but many of them don't even feel they are part of India still after 75 years. We work with women. You will be women, rural women. How do we engage them in more economic activity? So these are some of the programs that we're doing.
Great. So you did talk about a lot of these sectors, but one question, and as you know, the G20 presidency just ended for India, and September was quite a month with global leaders coming to New Delhi. One key subject on agenda was climate financing. Water, climate change, sustainability. Is that a matter of interest also for the foundation?
Absolutely, it's a very good question. It is a matter of interest for us. How do we get water? Water is such a big challenge for us, as you know. I mean, so much of our economy is still agricultural dependent. Almost 60% of India lives in rural India. How and water, whether it rains too much, it's a problem. If it doesn't rain, it's a problem. The quality of the water that you get, the resources, that water resources are dwindling. So it is very important, and we are working very closely on that as well.
Great. Quite aligning with the Prime Minister's mission also on water and climate change. A quick question, Mr. Piramal, on a lighter note. Is there a major difference between how you take your corporate decisions or these philanthropic aspirations?
In some ways, there is the fundamental principles and the values are the same. So we believe, let's say, in our business, as we believe in the foundation, that we have to do well and you have to also do good. So in the foundation, for instance, we measure what is the impact that we are creating. And we have targets that we've set for ourselves, and we measure it on a very regular basis. Secondly, I think we also believe in our business that we should do things. We have to have a bigger, larger vision, and we do that. This foundation was, for instance, started in 2008. At that time, we had just 5 people in our staff. Today, we have nearly 5,000 people, and they are growing the businesses together. So third, we also look at partnerships in our business. Even in our foundation, we are doing partnerships. We are partnering with our beneficiaries. We are partnering with government. We are partnering with many global organizations. So in some ways, very, very similar.
Great. Mr. Piramal, since we're talking a bit, I'm going to delve deeper into understanding. There's this one of your quotes, in fact, that got famous at one of the Business Today conclaves, which said, buying imperfect and selling perfect. Tell me if you could please elaborate on this in perspective of DHFL.
So in DHFL, as you know, it was a very challenging situation. It was a bid for many people had. I mean, it was out. It was under the bankruptcy IBC courts for a long time, and not many people were interested in it. Finally, when we made a study, we said yes, that there are opportunities available in it because. Yes, there is a bad part of the DHFL, but there's also good hidden behind. So to be able to see the good and then value it properly is what makes a difference. So we could value it. I think we could get it at, normally would have paid much more. We got it at a reasonable value considering that there was risk in it and we could handle the risk. And therefore we found that subsequently we have been able to create value from it.
That's a great answer. So your quick success mantra for our millennials and Gen Z.
So for millennials and Gen Z, I will only say that I think there is huge opportunities today in India. I think we are limited by our own thinking. So let's become much broader in thinking. Let's participate in this growth of India. Let's have a business which is value based right from the beginning. And let's have in the growth, let's share with people who are still, who are not as lucky as we've been in our life.
So one quick question in the millennial lingo, I say, your bit. Do you go big on India's growth and economy because the GDP numbers have been quite good.
I'm very optimistic about India. Today it's the fifth largest economy, and I think we'll soon be the third largest. So I'm optimistic about the future. There's not been a better time to be an Indian and to be a young Indian.
Anything yet to be accomplished by Ajay Piramal?
See, striving always continues. I hope to the last day that I'm there, we'll try to do more and more and improve more than it.
Great. Lovely. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, man on mission, that is Mr. Ajay Piramal.